Hello, loves. The question today is, if I have a stainless steel appliances, do I have to use stainless steel as far as the metal choices for decorating my kitchen? And I love this question because a lot of people do feel specifically beholden thusly, and you really shouldn't be. That's wackadoo. So let's get into it. I'm going to help you learn how to mix metals like a master. We're going to focus on the kitchen, but you can take these principles with you in all kinds of rooms of all kinds of houses, all of your jaunty mansions, as it were. So let's start with your stainless steel appliances. Right now, that's all you have. So you're focusing on that. But once you start adding other elements, once you drop in some black and some brass, that stainless steel is going to become tertiary, almost like invisible. Now, if you have the budget, of course, and you're doing a very fine remodel and a very fine home, you probably have panel ready appliances so that they could be seamless. They can look like all of the cabinets in a row. However, not everybody's quite there just yet. You'll get there, kittens. And also, some people are just like looking for a quick refresh. And you can do that. The quickest way to give your kitchen a quick refresh is honestly brand new handles. And I am not shy with the brass, big fan of it. It's been one of the greatest things that's happened in the last 15 years is the resurgence of the golds and the brasses. So big fan of that. There's some things that you need to be aware of. For instance, you don't just mix willy-nilly. Just because a metal is within the same family doesn't mean it's the same finish. Shiny gold and matte brass are not the same thing. Okay, friends? If you have matte brass pendants, you got to get as close as humanly possible if you're going to do matte brass on your hardware and for heaven's sake on your faucet. Okay? Generally, I start with lighting. You always want to start when you're designing with the least amount or the most specific something needs to be, and then you broaden back out. I'm not going to start with a handle or a hardware because there's a gajillion options of those. Generally, I'm going to start with lighting and whatever perfect light the client and I find, and we love it, and this is the movement. Then we go shopping for plumbing, and you better believe that faucet is going to match the finish of those pendants. You know, maybe the pendants have a couple different colors in them, but whatever the case, the brass that's in the pendants is going to match the brass in the faucet. And translate this for whatever finish you're looking at. If you're looking at a titanium or you're looking at like a black chrome or, don't mix chrome with stainless. Those two, just because they're in the same family, doesn't mean you can mix them interchangeably. So that's sort of your first guideline for mixing metals. Not all gold and brass is the same. They are very specific and you need to stick within the specificities of that. Second, if we're talking about mixing metals, you might say, well, can I just mix gold and brass? Nah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your house, sis, right? But the part of the key to brilliant design is the contrast. And so that's why black and brass look so nice together, or black and gold, right? Because you have this contrast, or even chrome and gold, or stainless and brass. Like these have high contrast. They look really, really great together. Everything looks sharp and crisp and new. And that's what you're going for. Another major guideline is that you need to really mix them like a fine chopped salad, not one of these deconstructed, make your own jobs that I'm always sending back to the kitchen. I want your metals fully mixed and tossed so that every time I look around the room, there's a juicy morsel of different metals combined. What you don't want to do is put all your brass on this side of the room and all your black on this side of the room and say, oh, I mixed metals. You didn't. You just have two different metals there. So that's another big guideline for you. There's another guideline too that I see a lot that straight up I do not agree with. That a lot of people will say you need to have like a 70-30% of your metals. You need to have a dominant one and a submissive one. And you know what? No, come at me. But Jamie Roddy says no, you can go 50-50. I've got some examples up here. I do 50-50 all the time. I love a good balance like that. But if you want to have one dominant one and then one other one that you sprinkle in, totally fine too. Another fun hot tip for mixing metals is sometimes you can have like some rose gold and some chrome and you're not really sure kind of how to tie them together. Maybe your pendants are rose gold and your faucet is chrome and you've kind of painted yourself into a corner. You can fix this by finding one like sculptural or functional bowl that has both of the metals in it. And this is a fun hack that works. So this works in living rooms and bathrooms as well. If you want to, you have just bought a new house and it has all new chrome plumbing, but you really wanted to do brass in there, great. Switch out your hardware, keep your plumbing, and maybe switch out your sconces so that they're like a chrome and gold situation. Boom, Bob's your uncle. You've got mixed metals. So that's another really great tip that will help. So that's the short and the sweet of it. I hope that's helped you. You can leave comments in all the places that comments are there, and I love your questions. Email us at edenla@edenla.com. Put in the subject line, question for Inside Eden. And if it's a good one, I'll get at it. It's your girl, Jamie Roddy, signing out. Ciao for now.